China says Britain is risking its reputation as a place to do business with its 5G ban on Huawei. The company itself says the move could hurt the UK's development of its own network. Ollie Barrett has been following developments and he joins us now from London. Ollie, is removing Huawei really a setback for the UK? What are businesses saying?
Well, businesses involved in the 5G network that are not Huawei are very clear that, yes, it will have an impact. And the government has admitted that itself as well, saying that it will add 2 or 3 years to the rollout of 5G, that it will add hundreds of millions of dollars to the eventual cost of the UK 5G network as well. There is also the complicated prospect, given that companies involved in the 5G network are banned from buying bits of Huawei kit from the end of the year, that they can buy up Huawei equipment between now and then, put it into the 5G network to try and get it up and running as quickly as possible, but then have to remove it again by that 2027 period that the government has put in place as the deadline. So all sorts of complications for the 5G network added by Huawei being removed. Huawei insists it's also damaging for the wider internet and communications infrastructure in the UK in terms of global Britain, which is how the UK government likes to describe itself at the moment. It would certainly dispute the idea that removing Huawei from 5G is going to have a major, broader impact on its reputation overseas. It certainly hopes that other international potential investors and companies doing business in the UK will see this as a decision that is specific to this case and not representative of how the UK treats investors into the United Kingdom.
Ollie, the US president, he's getting himself embroiled in the ban. Let's have a listen.
We convinced many countries, and I did this myself for the most part, not to use Huawei because we think it's an unsafe security risk. It's a big security risk.
Mr. Trump, they're almost taking credit for it. What is Britain saying about Mr. Trump's claims?
The UK is saying very clearly that this was based on a technical assessment that came from security officials here in the UK after the United States slapped sanctions on Huawei. It says that after that point, it could not rely on the chips and the bits of kit that Huawei would be using in the 5G network for that network to be rolled out, and that the decision was made on that basis. Now, Matt Hancock, the UK Health Secretary, was asked about this earlier, about whether Donald Trump could be taking credit for the decision that's been made by the United Kingdom. And he said, "We all know Donald Trump, don't we?" He was pushed on exactly what he meant by that and wouldn't go into further details.
All right, thanks for that. Ollie Barrett with the latest from London.